here on my map are the walls of the city of today. So this is the city of David. His son Solomon's built a temple here on the hill. Then the city expands. Then it's destroyed. Then it goes bigger, bigger, much bigger, destroyed again. Okay? So the city is like an accordion. Today, what we see in the walled city is a city of the last 500 years. But inside the city, there's all the layers of the onion from before. So the Lookout Mountain, we have Hebrew University on Mount Scopus. This is where I went to school. Do you see the tower over there? Mm-hmm. We see Augusta Victoria, once again a German church dedicated to Augusta Victoria, wife of Kaiser Wilhelm II, over there. Today it's a Palestinian hospital over there, the church. And you can see another hill, another tower, sorry. This is the Russian Church of the Ascension. Everything belongs to everybody here. On Mount of Olives today, you have Muslim people live, Christian people come to pray, and what do Jewish people do there? Bury. You see this big chunk with all the Lego? This is not a Legoland. This is really tomb.
Whoa.
This is the biggest Jewish cemetery in the world. More than 100,000 tombs. They date back to, some of them date back to 3,000 years ago. Wow. I have my great-grandpa buried here just 20 years ago. And I know people that were buried there, like, I don't know them, but people still bury there even last week. Why do people bury? Why do Jewish people bury on the mountain? They believe that when the Messiah comes, he comes from Mount of Olives. Why do Christian people pray there? Because Jesus didn't feel comfortable in the city of Jerusalem, and every time he visited Jerusalem, he would go out and live on the outskirts of Mount of Olives. At the bottom of Mount of Olives, there is a church called Gethsemane. This is the place where Jesus was caught the night before crucifixion. So Mount of Olives, and a lot of preaching that Jesus did was on Mount of Olives, is very important for the Christians. And the Muslim lived there because this was a neighborhood that they lived in. So this is the Lookout Mountain. The Holy Mountain, we're almost on it. You don't see, but between Mount of Olives and the Golden Dome, there's like a valley. And so the mountain where the dome of the rock stands on is called Temple Mount. Both the first Jewish temple and the second Jewish temple were there. And actually the platform you see is the platform of what used to be the temple that was built by King Herod. Today, on the platform, you have two Muslim shrines. One is the Dome of the Rock, and other, if you go right, you can see a black dome. Mm-hmm. This is Al-Aqsa Mosque, very, very famous. And both of them together make the third holiest place for Islam. So this is the Holy Mountain. In the modern city, we have the Bureaucratic Mountain, which is where the Parliament and the Supreme Court and all the ministries are. You can't really see it from here. And in the western part of the city, we have Memorial Mountain, which is where the Holocaust Memorial Museum is, and where we have the biggest, the National Cemetery for those who gave their life for the state of Israel. The city is divided, the old city, the walled city, is divided to 4 quarters. Armenian, Christian, Muslim, and Jewish. The Armenian is the closest quarter to us. You see this silver dome here? This is the Armenian church. This area is the Armenian quarter. Why do we have Armenians in Jerusalem? I will answer when we walk through their quarter later on. The Jewish quarter is symbolized by the white dome that you see over there. The Christian quarter is symbolized by all the churches that you see here. So this is one of the biggest quarters in the city, and the focal point of it is the church you were asking me about. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You see this spot here? 2 gray domes? This is the place of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre where Jesus was crucified. So this is where he was crucified, and this is where his tomb is. This is owned by many different streams of Christianity. We will, of course, visit it today.